Hello and welcome to the Autoblip Academy Sim Driving 101. Within this course I will discuss the fundamental concepts that make up solo lapping. As the title suggests, this is a ground up overview of sim driving. I'm Autoblip, your friendly neighbourhood driver coach. Part 1 of this course is all about the racing line. The line you plot around the racetrack is the single most important thing you need to get right because it affects everything else you do. The aim of the racing driver is to drive the fastest line around the track, which will result in the lowest lap times. The fastest line is not the shortest line, it's a flowing line of least resistance that allows you to drive your car through the corners in the most efficient way. There are many different types of corner. Opening radius, closing radius, parabolic, hairpin, off camber, the list goes on. But for now, let's look at a single example. Turn 1 at Okayama. We will start by looking at some possible racing line choices. The inside line. If you were to drive down the right hand white line and turn through the corner hugging the inside of the turn, you will drive the shortest distance. This is good, isn't it? Whilst this is the shortest distance through the corner, it's also the tightest radius you can take, meaning you will have to slow down too much to keep the car against the white line. The other extreme is the outside radius. A longer journey, but the corner is less tight, meaning you can go round it faster. Whilst this is true, it's also not the fastest way to corner. As with most things, the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Now let's look at a constant radius through the corner. This means we turn in from the outside white line. In the middle of the corner the car touches the inside white line and we exit against the outside white line. This is the line that allows you to take the biggest turning arc, meaning you can carry more speed than if you drove round the inside white line. So this is the fastest line through the turn, isn't it? Well, not quite. It's not quite this straightforward. You may have heard of terms like turning point, apex and track out point. In fact, there are tracks in iRacing, like Lime Rock Park, where you can load a school version that will put cones next to the track showing you the turn-in, apex and track out points. These terms correspond to the point at which you start to turn into the corner, the point at which you apex the turn, apex meaning the point in turning a corner when the vehicle is closest to the inside edge of the track, and the track out point is where your car will end up as you exit the turn. Like all things related to the science of racing cars, these subjects can become incredibly complex and in-depth. Because this is an introduction to the basic principles of sim driving, I will be covering just the basic concepts. The thing you need to keep in mind is this. You, the driver, can influence where these turn-in, apex and track out points are. You do this through trail braking and smooth steering. In simple terms, a constant radius is not the fastest way through a corner. This is because you will take the same speed into the corner as you will off the turn. Taking this line allows you to brake late, but you have to slow the car down more, waste time coasting through the middle of the corner, and the exit radius takes you wide coming off the turn. But you can move the turn-in, apex and track out points by entering the turn while still braking. This is called trail braking. By using this technique, you can enter the turn faster because you're combining slowing down and turning rather than them being separate events, and you can apex further round the corner. This means you have less turning to do later in the corner, which means you can apply the throttle earlier, resulting in carrying more speed out of the corner and all the way down the next straight. Free lap time, anyone? Okay, so that's a bit wordy, but understanding that you can affect the radius the car can take through the corner is the first step to being fast and consistent. Remember, we deal in fractions of seconds on a racetrack. If you can enter the turn while still slowing down, it means you can be at full throttle for longer before you need to brake. By using trail braking, you can apex the corner later and you can drive the car straighter off the corner and carry that speed all the way down the next straight. When you add in faster cornering, because you have a good understanding of controlling the car's load transfer, you can shave off tenths at every turn, which adds up to seconds over a whole lap. Okay, that's a wrap on the racing line overview. Join me for part 2, where we will discuss car balance and load transfer, what it is, and why you need to know about it.